I just realized that. Let's put that her down here. Have a good spot or whatever. Let's go fill this thing up. I think I have enough money to put one on the farm. We'll do that. Can't put it there. Don't want to put it in the way there. There we go. That's a good spot for it. Kind of out of the way. Do some painting. Clean that up. I don't know. Is that it? That'll work. I like that. Perfect. I ain't gotta drive all the way out there to go get fuel. Morning, viewer. Welcome. Thanks for popping in. Oops. Alrighty. Ooh. Starting to drive like golf cart. There we go. Oop, there we go. What do you got in here? Barley. Sweet. Morning, folks. Hey, Dark, what's going on, man? How have you been there, Dark? Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope all's well. And spin this thing around and go back to the other end. Nice, dude. Awesome. The secondary is a form of schooling I'm learning from watching Granny Gamer and Sarge the Kiwi Gamer. Or, yeah, Sarge the Kiwi Gamer. From what I've learned, anyway. It's interesting to learn the different aspects of schooling on different continents. Here in the U.S., they go by grades. You know, first, second, third, fourth, fifth is elementary, sixth, seventh, and eighth is middle school, and then freshman through senior years are high school. Our gonna be 16-year-old is a sophomore, and our youngest, who's 10, is finishing up his last year of elementary. Gotcha. I always forget my crop destructions on. Let's see here. Where is my tipper? There it is. Come on, get in here. I already have, let's see here. You start out with the 4 grass fields down at the bottom there, Dark. I'm sure you've seen that. Those are all mowed and waiting to be collected. I have to windrow it and then put it in a collection wagon and then get started on hauling it over to the cattle farm. And I purchased 29, 17, and 10, 11 there. Now, I only have $48,000 to, in quotation marks, start with, but I cheated in money because I like to set up some of these maps the way I want them set up. Get the equipment I want to work with. Working on Mini Broom too. I'm not doing any cheat mods on that. That's a straight up earn your keep map I'm doing. It's kind of a neat little map, kind of packed tight together though. Kind of makes it hard to navigate sometimes. It took me 4 days and I don't know how many hours to get this map to download because I'm still running off my hotspot on my phone, but I finally managed it. Lone Oak was on the list, but Lone Oak just wouldn't. I tried for a week to get Lone Oak to install and it wouldn't do it. Bale the silage and sell it. I was gonna windrow it and bale some of the grass up and wrap it. I don't have a round baler, which is I have the big square balers, the 6,400 liter balers. I gotcha. Alright, that makes more sense. Your paragraph was kind of messed up there. Sorry. I couldn't decipher it. I get what you're saying. I was just going to throw it into a loading wagon. But the more I worked on the fields where the grass is, the more I realized that a loading wagon is not really optimal there. They're so I have to windrow it, which is going to take time anyway. But I have to get all my equipment over to those fields and get them put away in the barns still. Oh, wow, that was perfect timing. I leave that thing out. Rabble. Hey Ryan, what's up, my dude? Yes, Dylan, I actually caught their, I didn't catch their live feed, but, hey Reaper, what's up, my dude? Long time no see, man. It's good to see you back on. I did catch their video last night, Dark. I didn't catch their live stream, but I did catch the replay of it. I, am highly anticipating that. Ryan, I hope everything's well your way, sir. I finally caught a break. I'll have to send you the pictures in PlayStation Messenger chat. And I'll hopefully post the pictures up tomorrow on my game page. Work, man, work. They're making me work. It's going, Ryan. Out of a stroke of luck, I caught a break today, finally. The Jeep's still pissing me off, but it's got a nasty idle issue, which I think I might have straightened out, but I'm not sure. We'll know more tomorrow. You got it, Dirk. I'll know. I checked the fuel pressure at the fuel rail, and I almost took a bath in fuel, so it's getting more than enough pressure to the fuel rail. But there still seems to be an issue with the throttle body. So we pulled the throttle body off tonight and cleaned the hell out of it. And it was pretty nasty. It was pretty gummed up with carbon. So we cleaned that up, and I went to town on it with some brake cleaner, pulled the IAC motor out, cleaned that up real good. We'll see what happens in the morning when the wife goes to church with the youngins. I appreciate it to all y'all, Reaper. But a friend of a friend actually messaged me and put me in a messenger group with a friend of his from when he used to race at Lime Rock here in Connecticut. Oh, dude, the squirrels in the Jeep are getting terrible. But the guy, the buddy that he has an 89 Chrysler New Yorker that he wants to see go to a good home. It was his grandfather's. It was passed down to his aunt, who literally barely drove it. It's got like 89,000 miles on it. It's been repainted once, and he's giving it to me. And he's done a crap ton of work, which is the advantage. So finally I caught a break. I'm picking it up next Saturday. I messaged Tots earlier. I think he passed out. He's got to work today, though. So I think the last I talked to him was around 10:30-ish. I mean, it's got some quirks. It still needs some stuff done to it, but it's everything mechanically I'm capable of doing, so. It runs and drives. It's still registered and insured. He uses it when he needs to, when his SRT4 is screwing up, I guess. But, yeah. It's fully loaded, too. Leather interior, clean body, straight body, no rot, no rust. Needs a water pump, or it's going to need a water pump and timing belt, which that's the extent of the major stuff it's going to need. Yeah, it's true, Reaper. Thank you there, Ryan. How's everybody's weekend going? Hopefully well. Oh, rainy day, huh, Reaper? Oh, that's good. Coffee always makes things better. Ah, no, crap destruction's on. Come on, second time. Rebel. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. I was able to get a lot of my mods sorted out finally. That's what took me so long to get my stream fired off this morning. Finally got this map installed. I spent 2 hours setting it up. And something... I went to exit out to check on something else. And I figured while I was in the mod hub I'd get rid of stuff and add stuff in. I actually don't have a lot of mods. I have more building and placeable mods than I have anything else. I hear you, Reaper. It takes forever, dude. I'm working on a 648 kbps or kilobytes per second download and 1.1 megabytes upload. It's backwards. It's not supposed to be like that. Nah, it's going to try to go its own way. Or you don't. Yeah, ever since I started streaming from the phone, the upload and download is ass backwards now. Thank you there, Ryan. Appreciate that, sir. I have to say, I do like the mix of fields on this map. I like the amount of grass fields compared to arable fields. And the Airville fields are huge. Hey, Farmerman. Yes? Alright, Ryan. Take it easy, sir. Thank you for popping in, man. I appreciate that. Well, it's 4:15 for me here, Farmerman. Or 20 after 4. It's almost 4:20. Better watch those workers. They'll be looking the headers again. Late night for you, sir? Oh no, you finally got it. Awesome. How is Lone Oak on Seasons on 19, sir? On PC, I hope. Or are you getting 19 set up on PlayStation? Awesome. I've been on it for a total of 3 hours, 3.5 hours now. I just started streaming it because I finally got stuff downloaded. I was able to finally get this map to install, and then I went through and cleaned up my mods, which took another hour of deleting and downloading. Some of the mods I installed went quick, the other ones, some took up to 15-20 minutes. Missed it. It went from, when we first got it a couple of years ago, it was like $65 a month for their new customer package, and it after that year was up, it jumped to like $110. If I were just to go with regular high-speed internet, it's like $60, $55-$60 a month. That's the whole reason I ended up losing it. It's because once the I left my tractor parked there. Once the rate went to their, after the 1 year went up, and we were able to maintain it for a little bit, but yeah, that's cable and internet. We don't watch TV anymore, so there's too much crap on it to bother watching, so it's either YouTube or how-to videos or whatever. Ideas for crafts for the kids and whatnot. So now they want the $253 that I owe them plus a $100 deposit, and then after that's all taken care of and squared away, I can change it to just internet. CNN's a joke. Nah, CNN lost their reputation years ago. I don't listen to a word they come out with now. It's funny because a lot of the old guys at work still watch it, and you try to get them to understand that they're feeding you nothing but a bunch of crap. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just a young buck. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, it is. The way I see it is the best way to figure things out from the economy is actually, believe it or not, to start with the farmers. Because they're the ones that grow the produce. They'll tell you straight up and they won't lie to your face. You know, people think that gas stations, private-owned gas stations, make money hand over fist. A private gas station owner makes pennies on the dollar on what they sell in fuel compared to what they sell in fuel, and you wouldn't believe the amount of gas stations that have gone under that were, old mom and pop garages, repair shops that are now strictly repair shops and had the tanks yanked out of the ground because they couldn't pay for fuel anymore. It was a non-profit type job. Yeah. Our gas here in Connecticut right now is $2.59 a gallon. I know that's nothing compared to overseas in the UK and Australia and whatnot. But still, you look back 17 years when my oldest son was born, gas was like $1.35 a gallon. 17 years isn't all that much time. I mean, it seems like it's almost 20 years, but it's not, it's not all that long ago. When I lived out west at 18 years old in Nebraska, gas was 99 cents a gallon. And after moving from Connecticut, I was in freaking heaven. It cost $18 to fill up my 83 Plymouth Grand Fury, and it lasted more than a week. Of course, I worked and lived right in town, so that helped. My mother can remember gas that cheap. She's 70 something, gonna be 70, is 70. She's in her 70s, I think. Don't quote me. I suck at that. But yeah, Mom can remember that. She can also. She was living in Texas with her first husband. They were stationed in Corpus Christi, and she'd call her folks up here in Connecticut, and they'd be all over like, "Oh, how are you handling the gas crisis?" And she's in Texas going, "What are you talking about?" The only thing they had to worry about in the 70s in Texas was hurricanes. $1.13. I can't remember what gas was when I graduated high school. Not here, anyway. I have a fish tractor running. There we go. Hey, Zach Baker, what's up, dude? Boo. Hey man, coffee's what keeps you all going. Gotta have it. We have free coffee at work. We have one of those coffee pot makers at work. It's got this weird new trick now where it'll overfill the carafe. You don't drink coffee, Farmerman? I've been drinking coffee since I was probably 13, 14 years old. I haven't been on my Xbox in over a year, I think. Maybe 6 months. Man, I used to live on Mountain Dew. I can't do it anymore, not with my leg. After I was diagnosed with that circulatory issue. They're like, you can't drink soda anymore. I'm like, no. Yeah, they gotta make it work for consoles, Zach. There's a lot of things they gotta change. Or make work. Scripting that has to be rewritten. They're working on it. No worries. Realismus is unfortunately taking a lot of crap from people. I feel bad for the man. You know, these modders do so much, and all they get is crap from people on. Oh, you're taking too long. It shouldn't be taking this long. Blah 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 blah. Seasons took a year. Yeah, it's very undeserved, Farmerman. Seasons on 17 we didn't see on console for a year after it came out. And it came out right around October or November of, when did we get 2017? It was released when, November of 2016. So we didn't see Seasons on console till October, November of 17. I guess Cows Go Moo was on Realismus page the other day reading a lot of the comments from, console players busting his ass about when it was coming out. And it's, you gotta have patience. Patience is a virtue. I mean, I haven't driven my Jeep into a brick wall yet, so that's a lot of patience for that. I can't wait for you and Golf Cart to get back together on streams there, Farmerman. I really can't. I'm not kissing anybody's butt here, but to watch you two play on console or PC, and everybody else you get in there, it's good times. Time is it out your way there, Farmerman? About 20 after 2. I've got 4:40 here, 40 after 2, 2:40. I cheated in money and then set it up the way I wanted and then worked it down to what I have right now. Same way I did the Tuscany map. Ah, you're 1 hour earlier, okay. I get my timelines all screwed up. I thought I could have sworn you were 2 hours behind me. But what's up, Zach? Yeah, I cheated in money. Bought what I wanted, did what I wanted to the farm. Give you a quick walk around here. Lime silo, I put that there. Bought this thing. I like this thing. Bought this thing. Fertilizer station. This thing is headed over to the sheep pastures. I gotta go get the rest of my equipment from the shop. Oh, don't get me started on that, Zach. I'm anticipating it, but that'll be a that'll just be another want in my life. I'll be on a PS4 for quite a few years, I think. I'm picking up that New Yorker next Saturday around noon, Farmerman. Hopefully I can sneak it home from Enfield. I've traveled farther distances with unregistered vehicles, but never through city. It's always been back roads. The car is free, Farmerman. The owner inherited it from his aunt, who inherited it from his grandfather. He's done all the work that I forwarded to you to it. It needs a little bit of a few things here and there, but he just wants it to go to a good home because he now has too many vehicles. And a friend of his, who happens to be a very good friend of mine that I graduated with, put us together in a messenger group and said, hey, you need a car? He's got one. The Jeep's got me confused as all hell. We ripped the throttle body apart and cleaned it all up. It was overall pretty gummed up carbon, but it just, even cleaning it all up and replacing the base gasket, it's still searching for that sweet spot on the idle. So to me, that's the air idle control valve is crapped out. It's not idling anywhere near where it should be. It's holding a steady idle at least now. It's not all over the place or trying to stall out. But it shouldn't be idling at like 550 RPM. That's about 100 to 150 RPM lower than what it should be. Yeah, that's Like I said in my message, I finally caught a brake on a vehicle, so needs a little bit of work here and there, but you know, as Reaper said, it's nothing. If it's something I can't figure out mechanically, it's just a chassis. But with what it does need for work, I can do everything it needs. Ah, the Prius. No! It got me. Stupid Prius. I wonder if R.D. Allen was driving. He seems like the type of dude that would pull that. I don't either. I think I made it through not even 15 minutes of one of his videos. And halfway through the 15 minutes I was wondering if the John Deere he was working on was going to fall on him. I've done some sketchy stuff in my life, but yeah, no. Nope, wrong button. get this field harvested and then go down and work on the grass fields, I think. I thought it was a pretty cool map. The what am I working on? Mini Broom. I'm working on Mini Broom too right now. That's a straight play, no cheats. Doing contracts, sowing my own 2 fields. I did take out a loan, but I didn't cheat in money on it. But the Country Life map looks pretty sweet, especially with that flying harbor patrol boat. This map I like because of the mix of the size of the fields. You know, you got a bunch of grass fields, you got a bunch of small ones, a bunch of big ones. It's kind of evened out. What the hell was what? My phone actually gave off a notification. Flying boat. I thought that was pretty cool. Granny Gamer posted that, sent that to me day before yesterday, I think. She was just as baffled as everybody else was. I mean, I've heard of making your rounds, but it's like that one tree in the middle of every cornfield that somebody manages to hit. There you go. I do, Farmerman. I've actually been watching that since he started it. And once he ended 17, I actually went back and started rewatching it. And I've been keeping up with the new ones on 19. Can't wait to see what happened to Dennis this morning. Nope. I've had ideas with doing videos and whatnot. My brother's trying to talk me into becoming monetized. I don't want to. I've contemplated doing recordings. It's just, I don't know. I prefer the actual interaction with people. I've got some ideas that I've been tossing around in my head for a minute, but yeah. I mean, the few that I've done, I think I've done like, what, 3 or 4 recordings and posted to YouTube. They were 2 hours, or no, they were 1 hour recordings condensed down to like 20 to 30 minutes each, and I don't like that. I get the editing process is to make it more of a watchable thing, but I like being able to talk to my viewers straight, person to person. It could. The idea that I had was I wanted to clash the 17 and the 19 maps that we have that were ported, or the 17 maps that were ported over to 19. And it's just I don't have the, what's the word I'm looking for? I have the know-how to find all the, the editing tools and whatnot, but my oldest is the one who edited my videos. And the one that I did, I sped up time way too quick. My oldest is the one that figured out Share Factory. Got some good inclines going on here. Kind of like it. Hey, Brennan, what's up? Oh, Farmerman, if I had the internet power too, I would. Hands down. I can party chat with people, but the person who wants to party chat with me has to send me the invite. If I try to send an invite out, it says my NAT type is won't do it, even though my NAT type is a type 2. Hell, the only person I was party chatting with was Tots, and now that he's on day shift, I don't even get to do that now. Oh, that's a loaded question, Zach. They could make it better, or they could screw it up again. Don't get me wrong, 19's coming along, but it's taken way too long in getting it to get to where it is, I think. Hey, old timer Dave, how are you, sir? Awesome stream yesterday with you and Mr. Min. Well, they were supposed to make it better this time, Zach, but look what happened. I mean, Estancia La Pacha was supposed to be an in-game map. It was a mod map. Hey, Several Header, what's up, dude? Welcome along. Thanks for joining the Tiny Club, if you will. The late night with Tiny. I hear you, Dave. I had 2 days off last week, but I had, it wasn't Friday and Saturday, it was Wednesday and Saturday. Kind of messed me up a little bit. I had to work Friday night. My coworker took his wife to Aruba. This was pretty cool. Has anybody heard any news with the Kloss DLC, if they're going to be giving us another new map with it, or Breakthrough towing? No, I haven't, Zach. I'll have to check them out. I don't watch. There's only one dude I really watch on YouTube that's a towing recovery company. That's Ron Pratt. I've been following him for a couple of years on YouTube. It's pretty. Some of the stuff he has to do is pretty cool. Some of it's pretty gruesome as well. Ah, gotcha there, dude. Hell, for that, I'd go work for him. Just like beer, I have to have. Ow! That hurt. Ugh, kids. Just can't be beer, it's gotta be whiskey. Pew pew! Pew pew to you! I'll never get over the funny looks I get when I'm sitting on my porch with my headset on. Epic. Had a gorgeous weather, gorgeous week of weather this week. It was high 70s, mid to high 70s, but the temps at night were dropping down way low. I came home, I got out of work one night last week, it was like 45 degrees outside. And then bam, today it was 80 freaking degrees and humid. Right now it's probably about mid-50s. Winter's coming. Usually we don't see that kind of cold weather that early in September. Usually we catch the dog days right through August all the way, most of the way in through September. A Wisconsinite. Cool. Yeah, I know Farmer Man smoked was bad for me. I'll be right back, fellas. What is going on here? There we go. I use the controller there, several, for all of my games. I don't have a steering wheel for the PlayStation. I don't know. I really don't have anywhere to set one up either, so. Bugs Bunny. What's up, Doc? Speaking of tails, did you ever get that squirrel out of your house, Farmerman? Save it. I haven't saved in about an hour. Where is the camera reset? Ah, there it is. I'm going to shut that off. Oh no. Oh, that's horrible. Those things, they'll get in it. They're like mice. They'll get into anything and everything. I remember when the old man worked for Phantom Toyota here in Connecticut. He was the parts department manager. They stored all their mufflers in the attic, and they had a massive squirrel infestation in the shop. And the techs, when they would put mufflers on cars, would actually have to yell clear when they started one up. Sounded like a 50 caliber on a freaking 810 Warthog going off. Oh, wow. Awesome there, Farmerman. I was looking at the weather patterns out your way here 2 days ago, and I noticed you guys still had flood warnings and whatnot in certain areas. Yeah, you're not the only one, Dave. I'd give anything to go out there for only a week. Hell, with the way things are going here in Connecticut, I'd pack my crap up and move out west in a heartbeat if I had the means. Our illustrious governor is talking about hiking tax on groceries 7.35%, up to 7.35%. It's like you guys aren't making it hard enough as it is. You got to go and tax our food now. Right now, I think we're at 6.25% for state sales tax. And now he's talking about just upping it a whole percent and more. I try not to talk about politics, but this is what happens when you get money-hungry Democrats in office. You know, that's their answer: tax the people to death, and then act stupid when they bail on the state they're living in. I've talked about it before, but here a couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, they lost 40,000 residents in Connecticut, families just up and moved, left the state, and they're sitting there with their thumbs up their butts going, is it something we did? It's amazing. The stupidity level is just, it's baffling. I had one friend that literally, he got so fed up with the state, he didn't even tell his family. Him and his wife packed up their kids one night, and anything they could fit in a small U-Haul trailer, their truck and their SUV, and left. And they left everything else behind, any other belongings. And that's unfortunately what the government's doing in this state, is they are, I'm sure, in a lot of other states. Farmerman, I'd love to. I wish I had that speedy mod that you all have on PC. The run fast mod. You know how much bacon costs a pound here, Zach? It's like $8 or $9 for a pound of Oscar Mayer bacon. It's not even real bacon. And God forbid you buy it from the actual meat locker. You have to go to the bank to get out a small business loan. I wish I could read those numbers. I guess I'll go here. Where's here? Ah, there it is. Bring up the mini map, I guess. Alright, Farmerman, you rest easy, sir. I'll be talking to you later, I'm sure. Thank you. Stupid Prius. I haven't really toured this map yet. From where I've been working in this corner, it's an awesome layout. I love it. Dave, I might go downtown just to get a coffee here when I'm done. That's not a bad price for a load of barley. We got that build done now. I just gotta finish moving all my equipment around to where I want it at. Come on. Be cool if I can get in there. Alright, Dave, thanks for popping in, man. Much appreciated, sir. You enjoy the rest of your morning. Get some sleep, dude. Unless you're up early. Nope. Sorry. My bad. Oh, trailer getting hung up. There it goes. Alrighty. What goes in there? Look at this filth. I wonder what gets sold here. Is this the... There's nothing on the menu. I want to say that's the pub. I think the pub has a sell point. They might want some barley. Oh, that's the egg sell point? Okay. Thank you, there's several. I think they just missed the driveway to the farm. But, oh well. There's another one up here somewhere. There we go. I never make that swing wide enough. There we go. Yeah, no doubt. Hopefully that thing can pick up the 6,400 liter bales. Let's find out. Oh, excuse me. The only thing I've done so far, several, is I've plowed up field 18 and harvested 17. I bought with the barley that was in it. That's all I've actually done so far. I mowed the 4 grass fields at the base of the map, and I'm going to go get the equipment now to finish that project. I'm gonna Ted 2 of them and bale those for hay, and the other 2 I'll windrow up and bale for silage. I think I have one more crop. I think field 26 has a crop in it that needs to be harvested. But I try to mix it up a little bit so I'm not boring everybody with the same thing. Let's see here. So 17 I just did. 18's plowed, needs to be fertilized and limed. There's canola in field 29. And 11 has been cultivated, but it needs plowed and fertilized and limed and all that good stuff. So. And we bought the cattle farm. Whoa! Bro! Pretty sure you had to stop there, or at least yield. The traffic on these maps is unbearable. I'm gonna get rid of that windrower though, because that is not gonna work for me. I want one of the other ones. Let's see here. Sell that direct. Yeah, they don't. And go with a standard. This is, where's the 14 meter one? I know it takes up more slots, but yep, that's it. That one I've used before. I like this one. It's a little different. And there's a good way to spend, you know, almost $100,000. Well, folks, that's almost 2 hours. I'm sure the Aussies are getting ready to kick off here shortly, as usual. So I'm going to call it here. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I hope to see everybody in the next live stream. Several, I appreciate you joining and hopping in and hanging out. Always awesome to see new folks in chat. Farmer Min, if you're still listening, I appreciate you jumping in and hanging out as well. Zach, Boo, take it easy, dude. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. If you haven't already subbed, please do. Thumbs up always help. If you want to share the video, please be my guest. Have at it. And any comments, questions, and or suggestions, I'm always asking for in the comment section below. Again, we'll catch y'all on the flip side, y'all. Much love. God bless. And bye. New tractor? I have not yet, several header, but let me know in the comment section what you're talking about. I do have most of the tractors installed on here, so actually I think I have them all. But we'll catch you later, dude. Thanks for popping in.